Hey there guys, it's me, Omega DD Pro 5000, and I'm starting a new series on modding Minecraft with Java and Forge MDK. This is my first video in the series, so I hope you will like it, and if you do, please subscribe to my channel and leave your comments down below. I am currently 9 years old and I have been learning Java since I was 6 because I wanted to make some new cool things in Minecraft. One of those ideas that I had was to make a lifesteal enchantment that would heal the player for the portion of the damage dealt to a monster. In this tutorial, I will show you how I have done that. The first thing we need to do is create a new class for our enchantment. We will name the class in Lifesteal Enchantment, and it must extend the enchantment class from Minecraft. Now we have to set some parameters in the class constructor. The first parameter is a rarity, and it is used to set how hard will it be to get this enchantment. Since this is a very powerful enchantment, let's make it very rare, similar to Silk Touch or Infinity enchantments. The next parameter is the category of the enchantment. Since this will be applied on swords mostly, let's set it to be in a weapon category. And finally, we need to specify equipment slots for which this enchantment will be applicable. Since it is going to be used on weapons, it's best to specify the main hand equipment slot. It would be good to have multiple levels of this enchantment. The higher the level of the enchantment, the more healing the player will receive. Let's override the get max level method so that we can specify that the max level is going to be 3. Now that we have completed with this class, we have to go to our enchantments registry and register the new enchantments with Forge. To display the name of the enchantment properly, we have to go to the language provider and add an entry so that tooltip shows lifesteal and mouse over. Now comes the hard part, implementing the logic that will provide healing when we hit an enemy. We will do this by creating a new event handler, which we will call Lifesteal Event Handler. This event handler will be subscribed to the event that will occur on the Forge event bus. Let's now create a method that will be executed whenever that event occurs. The event that we want to subscribe to is called Living Attack event. It happens whenever an entity takes damage from some kind of damage source. Let's first get the reference to damage source from the event. Next, let's try to get a reference to the entity that has caused the damage. If the damage was not caused by some entity, we will not continue further. Damage might have been caused by fire or something similar, and that's not what our enchantment is about. Since we now have a reference to an entity, we can get a reference to the level at which the event has occurred. If the level is executing on the client side, we will exit since we need to do our healing on the server side only. There is also one more check that we have to do, and that is to check whether the entity is a living entity. If the mob was struck by some other entity that is not living, such as a lightning bolt, we will stop the code from further execution. Since the entity is living, we will cast it to Living Entity class so that we can get a reference to an item in hand. We also need to know the amount of damage that was done to a target monster so that we can use it to calculate the amount of healing. We also need to know what is the level of the enchantment that is applied to the weapon. If the level is below 1, that means the enchantment is not applied and we will not proceed further. Since we have all the data, we can now calculate the amount of healing that the attacker will receive. This is the formula I have chosen, but feel free to change it the way you like, just don't make it too much OP. And finally, we have to heal the attacker for the amount of health we have calculated. So that should be it. This is how I have implemented Lifesteal Enchantment. If you have ideas on how to do it better or to improve it, please let me know. Time to test all of this with some real scenarios. So I have full armor made out of titanium, which is a custom ore that I have created, and I have applied some of the protection enchants on it. Now I will add our lifesteal enchantment to the titanium sword. As you can see, all 3 levels of the enchantment are shown in the Creative tab inventory, so I will take the level 3 to test it since it will heal me the most during the fight. Let's summon an iron golem since it has a lot of health and we can make the fight last longer. I will let the golem hit me for a while so that my health drops for a couple of hearts. As you can see, even though I have received a lot of damage by hitting the golem, I'm slowly regaining it. And the mighty golem has fallen and I didn't lose any health at the end. So I hope you guys had fun watching this video. It is not too complicated. If you are already familiar with Java and Forge MDK, if you are not, start learning it as soon as possible. It's so much fun and creative. Until we meet again, stay hungry, stay foolish.